There were once 5,000 tired and hungry and probably very grumpy people sitting on a hillside wanting their dinner. They'd come to hear Jesus that day. They came before breakfast, stayed all morning, all afternoon, and way past dinner. No one had meant to be out there that long, but that's how it was, listening to Jesus, as if time didn't exist. People could listen to Jesus for hours and hours, and on this particular day, that's just what they did. But they hadn't brought enough food, and they couldn't just go and buy themselves a burger and fries to go because, of course, they were in the middle of nowhere with no shops or restaurants. Besides, that kind of food wasn't invented yet. So what would they do? Jesus' friends had an idea. "Let's send everyone home for dinner," they said. "But they don't need to go," Jesus said. "You can give them something to eat." Did Jesus want them to travel all the way to town and buy food for everyone? Jesus' friends panicked. "But we don't have enough money." "What food do you have?" Jesus asked. "Go and see." Now, there was a little boy in the crowd. He had brought a lunch that his mother had made for him that morning. He looked at his 5 loaves and 2 fish. It wasn't much, not nearly enough for 5,000, but it was all he had. "I have some," he said. Jesus' friends laughed when they saw his little lunch. "That's not nearly enough," they said. But they were wrong. Jesus knew it didn't matter how much the little boy had. God would make it enough, more than enough. Jesus said, "Bring me what you have." And so the little boy gave Jesus his lunch. Jesus winked at the little boy and whispered in his ear, "Watch this." "How in the world will Jesus feed everyone with just that?" Jesus' friends said, because they thought it was impossible. But Jesus knew the one who made all the fish in the oceans. And Jesus knew the one who, in the very beginning, had made everything out of nothing at all. How hard would something like this be for someone like that? So Jesus took the little boy's lunch, looked up to heaven, and thanked his Father. Then Jesus gave the little lunch back to his friends. As Jesus' friends started to hand out the food, do you know what happened? It was the strangest thing. No matter how much they broke off, there was always more, and more, and more. Enough for 5,000. Everyone ate as much as they wanted. Second helpings, third helpings, even fourths, until they were full. And still there were leftovers. Well, Jesus did many miracles like this. Things people thought couldn't happen, that weren't natural. But it was the most natural thing in all the world for Jesus. It's what God had been doing from the beginning, of course. Taking the nothing and making it everything. Taking the emptiness and filling it up. Taking the darkness and making it light. Wow, that's an amazing story, Barbara. I wish I'd been there to see it. Me too, Samuel. I'd have enjoyed some of that bread and fish. You know how I like my food. Jesus really can do amazing things, can't he, Barbara? He certainly can, Samuel. Just think, Jesus' friends had no idea how they could possibly feed all those people that day. And even the little boy couldn't have imagined his little lunch would be enough to feed 50, let alone 5,000 hungry people. But what Jesus showed all those people, and what he wants us to always remember, is that whenever we face anything in our lives that seems impossible, with Jesus' help, it isn't impossible. I wonder, Barbara, do you think Jesus might be telling us something else as well? What's that, Samuel? Well, you know that maybe we look at other people
and think how clever they are, or better than us, and that what we have to offer is very small, a little bit like the little boy's lunch, actually, with Jesus' help, it can be turned into something much bigger that can help others far more than we could ever imagine. You're right, Samuel. Absolutely. Because everybody is special to Jesus, and we all are part of God's great plan, which of course is for us all to help and love one another. Yes, God doesn't just want us to be his friends, but everybody else's as well. Absolutely, Samuel. Which leads us nicely into our song. Can I just say a prayer first, though, Barbara? Oh, good idea, Samuel. Dear, amazing God, thank you for all the wonderful and awesome things you do for us. Thank you that you love us and want to provide for all of our needs. Help us to trust you more. And Lord, please be with all those people who are in need today, for food or clothes or warmth or just a friendly smile. Anything, Lord. Help them and let them know that you care. And help us also to love and help others too. Amen.